Okay, so this is a night test of the Pocket 2 versus the OSMO Action 3. Currently, both cameras are set at 1080p, 30 frames per second. Pretty much everything is set on auto. I'm also testing out the microphone system. So currently, if this is working correctly, what you should be seeing is the view from above my car and hearing me speak from inside the car. So I have my wireless mic on my person and it's attached to the Action 3, which is on the roof of my car. So we'll see how that sounds, see if it works. But right now we're just testing the base visuals for night riding. And then I'm going to do the same drive again after adjusting the settings on the action camera and see how well they work. I do suspect that the Pocket 2 is going to do better, but I could be wrong. So we'll find out in just a minute. So I do like to go through this little route because it has a mixture of different light settings. You have the little populated area that has a lot of street lamps, and then you have this little park area that doesn't have much light at all in this little spot. So the only light you're really seeing will be from my headlights. And we'll see if that's enough. So now I'm gonna quickly change the settings to 4K 25 frames per second. So both cameras are gonna have 4K 25 frames per second. The only difference is the action camera, I'm gonna switch everything to manual settings. I believe the white balance is gonna be around 32K. The ISO will probably be 64K. The shutter speed will be 1 in 120, I believe. I saw some settings online that claim to be the optimal night riding or night recording settings for the Action 3, and I'm just pretty much copying that. So we'll see that in a minute. All right, so change of plan. After putting the settings on the Action 3, I realized that it's way too dark. You can't see anything. So instead, I changed the shutter speed to 1/30 instead of 1/120. The ISO, I just set it to the max, and we'll see what happens. I think it's going to adjust it automatically. It's not going to be stuck on that ISO, but I don't know for sure. That's what these tests are for. So let's do that same run with the headlights the same way. I'm not throwing on my high beams or anything. And again, we're also going to test out the microphone, see how it works. I'm not too far away from the camera. The camera's on the roof of the passenger side, and I'm in the driver's side, but I'm inside. So maybe that might be a difference. Maybe that might cause it to disconnect. Now, the way this is set up, and I'll probably do a tabletop at some point to show how it's actually being set up. I have a receiver for the wireless mic that plugs into the USB port of the action camera. And what we're doing is it's just plugged in. And I think for this type of or at this type of wind speed that we're going to experience, it should be safe. But I would not jump on like a highway. I would not go more than 30 miles an hour with that on the roof mounted the way it is, because I'm pretty sure the little receiver will get blown right out. Now, when it's on my helmet, that shouldn't happen. I don't know for sure, but hopefully it won't happen, because again, when you're wearing a motorcycle helmet, there's not as much wind resistance directly in front of you. It kind of goes around the helmet, so it should be okay. But that's going to be, we won't really be able to test that until it gets much warmer. But what are we seeing right now? Are we seeing the Pocket 2 as the front runner, or are we seeing the Action 3 as the superior nighttime camera? Now, I also did change the setting for the Rocksteady. So what I heard was that when you put it on with the horizon, when you do the full spectrum of settings, it doesn't work well in low light. So I think I just have it set to Rocksteady, because it has Rocksteady, Rocksteady Plus, horizon leveling, I believe, and horizon balance, something like that. There's like 4 different settings. So right now I have it, I believe, on just Rocksteady. And we'll see how that car that just passed with the headlights, how that affects the camera. If the ISO is on auto, but it's using the full spectrum, then it should adjust when there's more light, instead of it just being stuck on the highest ISO. But I won't know until I actually edit this video. And just like with the previous video, I'm not going to adjust any of the video settings. Whatever colors you're seeing, that's straight out the camera. Whatever amount of light you're seeing, the exposure, all of that, again, is just straight out the camera. Of course, you can change that over time. When you edit, you can change it. But for now, this is what it is, straight out the camera. So tell me what you think. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. And if you want to see more, subscribe. And with any luck, I'll see you in the next video. And until then, take care.